guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm more so going to explain what I did with my hair. It is no longer blue black, it is a nice medium brown. I took the old color out, I took all the black out, and I'm just going to explain and show pictures of everything that I did to get here. And it did not damage my hair whatsoever. It did dry out some of the previous damage that I already had, but that's about it. So if you want to know how I removed my color with no damage, then just stay tuned and watch the video. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here today and talk to you about my hair and how I took all the blue black that I've previously dyed my hair and took it all out without damage. And I didn't film me doing that process. I actually took pictures of everything that I used and what my hair looked like after. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you what I did and how I did it, and so that you guys can kind of see for yourself like that it worked and that my hair is no longer black. It is actually medium brown. I don't know if you can really pick it up because in certain lighting it does look dark, but it's not. It's like a nice medium brown. And let's see if I can get you to see it in the sun. Woo. Without blinding you guys. Because in the sun, you could definitely tell that it's brown and that it is not black whatsoever, and that it's not as dark as it looks in other light. So this is what it looks like. I hope you can tell. I can't really see a thing because I'm blinded, but it's definitely not black anymore. And I didn't film me doing the process of taking out the hair color just because I've done it before and it's always reverted. So I didn't want to film it and then basically have all this wasted footage of me taking all the black out and it just not working. So this time it actually worked a lot better because after all the times of me trying to do it, it just new things that I'm like, okay, well, I could do this. I can add this to that, and I can use this color and blah, 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 blah. So I will get into it. So I used the Pravana color remover, and that has no damage to your hair whatsoever. It might feel like it because you have to use the shampoo, and the shampoo is very drying. But when you use that shampoo, I suggest doing dirty hair first. You use that shampoo, it like makes your hair feel so disgustingly dry, and you need to keep your hair wet anyways during the process. So I did the shampoo like 2 or 3 times, and then I hopped right in and I mixed what I needed to mix, and I used this and I measured like everything. Since I have a thicker head of hair, I did everything to 4 ounces, and I will show you a picture of that. Of everything I used to take the color out and what it looked like after I let it sit, and I did it twice. You could do it 3 times in one day, and then recolor your hair. So after I did that, I know they say like your color can revert, and in the past it has, and it's reverted really dark. Not black, but really dark where it just basically looked black. I know in this lighting my hair doesn't even look brown. I mean, it sort of does, but it's closer to my natural color, and that's what I was going for. So when I've previously done it, it's never worked out, but this time it has. And what I did differently this time was I used bleach, but I did not go anywhere near my roots, because you can tell after you take the color out what is new growth, what is old color, and what is too dark. And I took bleach, and I think I had like this much that was like right up here was new growth, and then down was a lot lighter. So everything that was new growth was not touched. Like you could tell that it wasn't touched. It was my natural color. And then it had a bunch of lightness, and then it was a little darker down here at the ends. So I took bleach and I bleached those. I did not keep it on for 30 minutes or longer. I didn't want any damage. So I put it on for like 10 minutes. I did my whole head, all like, you know, where I could see the difference, where I can see what was light and what was dark. I did not touch anything lighter because I didn't want it to get a lot lighter and then it just not look good after I colored it. So anyways, I did not leave that on very long. I left it on for 10 minutes, put it under a cap, and then I checked it and it looked red. Like it took the color out and it looked, I'll show you, something like an orangey red like this, which is fine because I wasn't going blonde. I wanted to go brown. So that's totally fine. So after that, I re-washed my hair and I used the same shampoo that came with the Pravana color remover, and I washed my hair out. I did throw a little bit of conditioner in because I was gonna recolor after doing the bleach and all that. So I put a little bit of conditioner in just so I could run my fingers through my hair, because the bleach on top of already the shampoo was just way too much to deal with. So I did a little bit, not a lot, like a tiny dime size, and I just threw it in my ends so that way I could just run a comb through. Then the next step I did was I toned my hair. So I toned it before to get rid of all the brassiness, because I didn't want my hair to look red. I want my hair to be brown. So I used the Wella Color T14, I believe. I have pictures of that too. And did that, and your hair still needs to be wet. So I did that, and I put I kept that on my head for as long as it said on the box, which I think was like 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, something like that. So once that was done, it turned ashy. It did look brown. It looked good, but I wanted it to be a nice chocolate brown. And that's basically what I got. You're technically supposed to, after you do a color remover, you need to do 2 shades lighter than what you're going for, because your hair gets darker after removing it. And I never knew that the previous times. So every time I'm like, okay, I want to be brown, I would pick a color brown that I wanted and it would go darker. So that's why I always felt like it never worked, because I felt like it reverted back to black, which it has the very, very first time. And then I end up just like saying, oh my God, it's so dark. And then just, I get frustrated because it looks black even though it's not. and then I just ended up coloring it black whenever I needed to like do my roots and stuff, because it just, to me, was patchy and whatever. This time around, now that like I kind of know what I'm doing and having so many failed attempts, that this time it worked. But anyways, the color that I used, and I have pictures, it did not look good on me at all, even though it looked so dark in the photo. It did not wash out that way. It was so light, it was so patchy, it did not cover my roots, it left my roots orange. It didn't work. And that was, I went to Sally's and I used Wella, I think it was like 7N or 6N, and it just didn't work. And I even used a color protein to ensure that like the pieces that I bleached did not lose the color, because when you do bleach your hair, it doesn't soak up dye. So you need like a protein base so it like keeps the color. Anyways, I used that and it just didn't work, and I went to Walmart and I bought box dye, and I've searched every brand that I could try and that I've tried before in black, and the brands that I like, they just didn't have the color that I wanted. And I don't want anything with red in it. I wanted like an ashy brown, and that is so hard to find because every time I found an ashy brown, it turned red. It did not look good. It was not what I was going for. I wanted a nice ashy tone color. So I ended up going with Garnier Fructis in the color Dark Chocolate. Which I know you're probably like, oh my God, you just went dark brown and you're trying to go light. Well, it's a level, I know it says it's like a level 4, but when you're in the dark or in different lighting, it looks dark. But when you're in the sun, it is so much lighter. It's like a level 5, level 6. And that's what I like about it, because it is like an ashier tone. Yes, there's still some red tones in it, but it's not like ugly red. Like you could see the undertones, and it's more like gold, but I didn't want a gold base color because I didn't want it to be like an orangey color in the sun. So I had a hard time finding the colors that I wanted, even at Sally's, because I even tried a couple other box dyes that just, or not box dyes, like other dyes from Sally's that just did not look good at all. They turned red, and then I needed to buy unred, and that didn't work because that just fucked it up. So this is the outcome of just using the Garnier Fructis in the shade Dark Chocolate, and you can tell that it's a gorgeous brown, and there's no red in it from like looking at it. I mean, in the sun, you're gonna get different hues of whatever my undertones turned out, and like that's fine. But it's brown, and that's what makes me happy, is that it's not what it was before. So this is how it turned out, and this is from my experience and everything that I've done and learned throughout doing this. So, I mean, I've used Color Oops in the past, and that it's basically like throwing bleach on your head. I've used Color Oops, I've used the Sally's color remover, and they're so damaging. Like, my hair has like 2 inches of damage from just being dried out, and from previous damage way before. I went to a salon once to get my hair. I wanted ombre on previously black dyed hair, and I gave the salon, the artist, like 2 options of what I wanted, and I showed her pictures, and I said either I want to go a couple levels lighter back to my natural brown color, my whole head, or I wanted to do this ombre look, just the ends. And she decided to, instead of telling me what we were doing, she decided to do ombre, and she fried my hair. It didn't even do anything. And I told her I've had previous box black dye on it, and instead of her telling me let's try doing your whole head lifting the color a little bit and then just doing a brown, like that's what I wanted. I just wanted to go brown, and I wanted to go to a professional and have them do it. And I did give her 2 options, and she didn't tell me what she was doing. So I'm like, okay, maybe she can do ombre on my hair, and she fried it. And I had long hair. My hair was down to my hips. I ended up, it was fried like bad. And so I've been getting it cut shorter and shorter just to kill it, or to get rid of all that. And so I still have like 2 inches of damaged hair left from that needs to be cut off. So that's just a little bit drier than doing what I did, even using bleach. It did not kill my hair. So yeah, I just wanted to like let you guys know my experience. I have photos of the befores, the afters, and I just wanted to get on here and to like tell you, like, this is the best product I've ever used to remove my hair color. Yes, it's taken me like 3 or 4 tries to do it, because it's not easy, because you do need to put developer back on and see if your hair color reverts back to black, which I did not do, because I learned my lesson the first time, because my hair color does revert. So instead, I just put bleach on those areas that I knew would revert, and it didn't revert back. So it was amazing to go through all these other experiences before, and even though it didn't work, it was more like a lesson of like, okay, so that didn't work, this is what I'm gonna do this time. And then that didn't work, and then do a little bit more research and be like, okay, well this time I'm gonna put bleach on it, and I'm not gonna do it so that my whole head is like blonde. I'm gonna do it just for like 10-15 minutes, and then it's gonna get me to that ugly orangey reddish whatever color your undertones are, and then that's fine, because I'm not going blonde, I'm just going brown. So I need those undertones to keep the color So yeah, I just wanted to tell you my experience, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that it sort of teaches you and shows you what I did. Yeah, so I know it's not blue black, and everyone is probably like, but we like your blue black videos. Eventually I'll go back, but I wanted to go my natural color, which is a little bit lighter than this, but when I'm in the sun, you can't even tell. Even when my roots are grown out, you cannot tell the difference between my roots and my natural, or my roots and this color. So I think I definitely, this is as close to my natural color as I'll ever get. Yeah, because I can't find a color at all that is close to my natural color except this. And I know it looks dark in this light, but when I go to other lights in my house, like, it doesn't matter. You could definitely tell that it's brown. It is not black whatsoever, and I love it right now. So eventually I might go a different color. I might do highlights, I might do pink hair, blue hair, purple hair, you never know. I change my hair color so much that my husband is like, really? What color are you gonna do now? But so far I have stayed this color for 3 months already. Maybe 4 months. I did it back in like September, November. No, October, November. Somewhere around there. And I've loved it. And I like it so much that like it just, that's what I'm doing right now. Just going brown. And if you want to see how I color my hair and what color I use to do this, then let me know in the comments below and I'll do it for you. But I'm not gonna go black anytime soon, so I don't want to like disappoint you guys. I know you guys love the black on me, and I do too. I think it looks amazing on tan skin. So who knows if summer comes and I'm like nice and tan, then I'm just like, I miss my black hair. But I don't know. We'll get to that speed bump when it comes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.